All right, I'm recording this in mid-November. We have supply chain shortages. We just had an election season. We have a potential wave of COVID and potentially a flu season as well. And I was just thinking about how a lot of places are talking about prepping, right? Hoarding toilet paper, hoarding canned food. While I'm thinking about how do I need less, right? A lot of people tend to think in terms of how do I hoard. I think about how do I need less. Actually, I think about a little bit of both, but how do I need less usually comes before how do I acquire more, right? I'll give you an example. I'm kind of hanging out in my car right now because I want to move into apartment and it's not quite ready, and I want the landlord to take her time with it because I want her to be happy before I move in, right? And so I'm kind of hanging out in my car, and just the fact that I go on intermittent fasting so much nowadays allows the car to be so much less cluttered than it would otherwise be, right? So I regularly fast 18 hours every day, and sometimes I do a 40-some hour fast, right? Usually if I need to commemorate something, I'll do a 40-some hour fast. I was hoping to do a long fast for Mary Curry's birthday, but the weather got a little bit more brutal than I had expected. That's okay. That's okay. I still had a good time celebrating her birthday. Now, the other place I like to need less is with my relationships, right? Yesterday at a church service, I went up to this girl, and I came to discover we weren't really a good fit, right? We didn't hate each other, right? We just weren't a good fit for various differences in life choices, but that's okay. I walked away from that, and I went to a Pokemon tournament by myself, and I'm happy about that. And see, that's what I meant by needing less, right? You're happy either way. Intermittent fasting has also helped me to need a whole lot less, right? When I go to the store and my favorite food is sold out, it used to be I would be in a messed up mood, right? It would be like almost like my day had gotten a big bump on it. Nowadays, it's like, what new food can I try, right? Or should I extend my intermittent fasting even more, right? Maybe I fast 16 hours and I go to the store, my favorite food's not available, and I'm just not in the mood to try something new, and so I fast 19 hours instead, right? That has happened before. Or I try something new and I discover a new favorite food until it's sold out again, then I discover a new favorite food, right? Although I did have a little bit of relapse these last couple of weeks. I went to a Zoom meeting, and or actually it was unplanned, right? My boss had called me and said that he had this new contract for me. And I learned from experience, if I tell my boss, why don't we come back to it at 2 p.m., sometimes that contract might not be there again, or sometimes he might not be in such an excited mood again. I learned from experience not to do that with the work that I'm doing. But I was just about to dig into my food, and it just felt really uncomfortable. I got through the meeting, I got the contract that I was looking for, but I felt I could have done better. Let's put it that way. There's always room for improvement. I got through that meeting, and actually a week later I got a similar phone call, and I handled the second one beautifully. So I'm glad God has given me an experiment. But then last week I had another relapse. This time was more of a social event than a workplace event. I was just about to break my 18-hour fast. I had gone to a grocery store, a QFC, Quality Food Center. I was about to get this cut of fish, salmon. I eat salmon raw, actually. And this one cut just looked perfect for that. There were about 5 or 6 cuts on that in the display. And I was showing the butcher which one I wanted. And he goes, "Is it this one? This one?" He points to every one of them except that one. That's the kind of luck I have. And I get internally very frustrated. You know, it's really funny, had it not happened this year, had it happened in 2019 and he could actually see my face, that might have been a little bit more embarrassing than I had hoped. I was already very frustrated. My voice probably already showed it, which is awkward. I mean, I like to make social connections with the locals here, and that didn't help. And it gave me a big wake-up call, and I decided to extend that one fast another hour or so. I lost my appetite anyway, so I went 19 hours that time. Anyway, life just opens up. Or when I think about right now, hopefully this will be our last COVID winter. because in the springtime I want to take a vacation. I hope to go to Gdansk Bay, Poland. And I was just daydreaming about if I didn't have food cravings and I didn't have to eat so much and I was going on 30-some hour fasts every day, because the weather's pretty good there during the springtime. And I could have all this extra time and space to myself, right? I could mingle with a lot of girls over there. I could go to a theme park over there. I went to Energylandia Park 5 years ago now. I really liked it. I really like those rides that go 360 upside down. Energylandia and Silverwood Theme Park are the only two, I think, in the world, or not in the world anymore, because there's one in Portland now, which I also went to. I think there's only 3 of them in the world that go the full 360. Anyway, also, my car's a whole lot less cluttered, and when I run into relationship issues, I can think with my head instead of with my mouth, right? Alright, thanks for watching.